We should be live.
Are we live?
Yeah, we should be.
We should be? I don't think I got anything. Well,
But you unfollow us all the time anyway, so.
Yes, I know. I'm looking now. Shut up.
Yeah.
I haven't figured that one up how I do that.
I want to see if you can hear this sound. Okay, I'm going to play it through my microphone real quick. Let's see. Can you hear that?
I didn't hear anything. I heard something.
Okay, well, I was watching a video of a guy going camping, and he was hearing that noise in the middle of the night, and it was far away. And he's like,
Okay.
What is that? I've been in the woods my whole life. And then all of a sudden it gets real quiet, like no animals, no birds. Then it's right above him. And it sounds like a tornado siren if you put it in a horror movie and distorted the sound. It's the weirdest thing I've ever heard. I'm gonna send you the video. I don't want you to watch 3-hour video. Just listen to the beginning of it.
Send it to me on my phone.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you on your phone.
Okay.
Oh, goddamn commercials! I swear to God, I started. I'm not gonna lie. I started watching Rumble because I can't stand YouTube's commercials anymore, and everybody. Like everyone's got a Rumble account now, so I'm like, YouTube can suck it. You're not getting my eyeballs. So just listen to the. Yeah, we're live. There it is.
Yeah, it just popped up.
Okay.
All right, now hold on. Let me see. I'm gonna pull this up. Website. I'm gonna mute this. Okay, hold on.
It's going away, folks. I don't know what that noise is at all.
You talking about that siren sound?
Yeah. Yeah, it's in the middle.
Oh, no.
He's 100 miles from civilization in North Carolina. This is in the woods in North Carolina.
Is this the place we talked about? The Devil's
Yeah, that's the Devil's
That's a different guy though, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he's heard something. It was strange to him too. Yeah, no, let's not go there. Let's not and not even say that we did. Let's not even lie about it.
Let's see. All right, we're starting the audio.
We're getting into it. We're not even giving y'all any.
Now recording.
Welcome.
We didn't even give the YouTube any foreplay.
No. Welcome to episode 97 of the Odd Times podcast. He's Kaz, I'm Mac.
Went straight to the action. Just went straight to the pounding, guys.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not messing around this week because, like, dude, the world has devolved into just complete freaking chaos. And
I thought you were going to say that you were on vacation and you didn't have time. You need to get back on vacation. I'm going back on vacation. Screw this.
I kind of want it. I'm just, dude, between the young lady who got murdered on was it a train in North Carolina?
Is that where it was in North Carolina?
That story is fucking insane. Do you know that the judge that let him go, whatever it was that killed that girl, she doesn't even have a law degree, bro.
I did not know that you could be a judge and not have a law degree. I thought you had to work your way up
I did too.
from being a public defender, defending the drunk tank, and you had to work your way up to become a judge. I thought you had to put your time in.
Apparently not under communist regimes. In communist regimes, we just elect who we want, and no one can say anything because we're the guys that hold the power. Because that's what this is. We went from the Cold War. This is the Cold War, but it's a Cold War for the new generation, and it's literally freedom-minded people versus communists. And like legit, I've been thinking about this all week. You think about all the shit the left has done since, just go back to 2020. All the shaming tactics, destroying history, that they're communists. And now they're killing political opponents. And they're brainwashing people. And look at every place that their ideology has taken root. And it's a place you and I would not want to live or visit. And it's just, dude, this whole shit has weighed on my heart this week. Like, I've just been like, we were going to do the moon, is it a hoax podcast? And I did research. I did research, Kaz, a lot this week. So I'm ready for that shit when we get going.
Okay.
So, but I just thought it pertinent with what happened September 10th, which was 2 days ago. When they killed Charlie Kirk, I thought, I think we're gonna do a heavy podcast today. So if you're not here for, you want to laugh and joke around, we'll still probably be inappropriate. This is a heavy topic, and it's I don't know. There's nothing really funny with what's going on, so I don't know. Anyway, so how have you been? I've been depressed.
Been good.
How was your week?
What? It was good. It was good. It was short because I was off one day, so it was a shorter week.
What day? What day were you off?
Monday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I had the
Holiday?
I had the day off. So it was, just the day. The holiday was the week before on Monday.
Oh, okay.
You and I don't get holidays.
Do you know
off.
Memorial Day? Do you know where that came from? World War I, armistice.
Okay.
That's where we get Memorial Day. That's when we had it. It used to be called Armistice Day. I don't know when they changed it.
Okay, yes, I've heard of Armistice Day. Yes,
that was
that was late. That was the last one. Was Labor Day though. That's because we work. So
yeah, I got it wrong. I don't know my holidays because I don't celebrate them.
No.
I didn't know this, but Germany in World War I didn't surrender. They just came to negotiate a stop to the war. They never actually surrendered.
Really?
Uh-huh. So everyone was like, and then the Allies got together and was like, you're gonna give us all of this stuff. I was watching a documentary about America's Navy. I don't know, earlier in the week. I'm weird. I watch this stuff. Like the evolution of how we became like what we are. It's fascinating to me because logically it should have never happened. But just by hook or by crook, like we go from, ironclads bashing it out in the Civil War to aircraft carriers, like less than 100 years, It's crazy. And
it was in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
No.
Yeah.
That was in North Carolina, and it's just, it's crazy, man. And like my timeline feed the other day, so Vinny sends me a text. He said, "Did you see what happened to that guy?" I said, "That guy?" He said, "Yeah, Charlie Kirk." And I kind of knew who he was, but it wasn't like, and we talked about this earlier. I used to watch Steven Crowder do the Change My Minds because it cracked me up because these people can't argue. They can't talk. That's how you know you've won the fight, by the way, is if they start name calling you. That means they've got nothing. All they're going to do is, because if you can't discuss the ideas, of course, Steven Crowder wasn't trying really to discuss ideas. He was going to fuck with them. Like, you can't convince me he wasn't. He'll go, "Oh, yeah, I was trying to reach it." No, you weren't. I just don't see a point to go to college campuses anymore. They're indoctrination
Oh
camps.
no, they're not learning anything.
Mm-mm. And they're not really teaching them. Like, so my son is in college. Which classes, okay, so go through a college curriculum. Which classes would you say are okay to do online with just computer-based learning? Like probably what, English? I'd say English, like literature. Literature's fine because it's mostly your reading, right? But not math.
No, I don't think math wouldn't.
He's paying for these classes, Kaz, and they just give him fucking YouTube videos to watch.
It's terrible.
I'm like, why are you even going to college then? If you can just go to YouTube and learn it, why waste the money? Like, that's where we've come as a society where teachers don't even want to teach. They're just like watching you, and it's not even her teaching it. It's a fucking TED Talk. And I thought, well, maybe it's just when he goes, no, this is what it is every week. I have to watch a different person give a lecture. So she's not even teaching, and she's getting paid, and my kid's having to pay astronomical tuition. So,
of course,
so that she can just click links for YouTube videos. I hate our society right now.
it's it's sad when you go and they say something bad about the state of Oklahoma being 50th in
example A
in education, and then you go to the higher learning and we look, they're only like, I think we're only like 34 or something like that in the higher learning. But when you have somebody else doing it for you and you're just like, I don't feel like doing it, but I'm going to get paid. And I don't know what a college professor gets paid, but you would think it would be more than a high school or.
Well, this is a community college, so we're probably not talking. We're probably talking 40,000 a year would be my ballpark figure. That's probably high. Well, let's just Google.
And what school is it again? I forgot.
Redlands.
Now, I wonder if it's like you see in the movies where they're like washed up teachers and that's what they do for part-time.
Oh, that's Redlands, California. No, Redlands. Yeah, it's like $101,000. That's what an average in Redlands, California makes. $62,000 a year. Redlands Community College salaries vary significantly by position, but a professor's salary averages around $62,000 to $65,000 a year. And that's how.
So that's double what a elementary school teacher, because Middale they start them off at like $27,000 or $30,000.
Right, and
they have to have a 4-year degree at a elementary school because at an elementary school you have to have a 4-year degree because you're dealing with.
Oh no, I
little
agree.
Kids.
Yeah.
But when you go to junior high and high school, you and I could teach junior high and high school. You don't have to have a degree. All you are is a warm body. Yep.
Yeah, because one of my teachers, when I was in church, she went to my church, and her son would substitute teach.
Yep.
And I don't think he might have been going to college, but he was only like 2 years older than me, so it was kind of weird. But yeah, so like they wonder why our kids are coming out stupid. So he goes to take a test. He had to take a camera and basically scan his room. Make sure the door was shut so he could take his test online because they don't want you cheating.
Yeah. They actually sometimes they have what they call a proctor, and he watches to make sure you're not. He's watching the camera.
Yeah.
If he's watching the camera on your, you have to let him have access to your webcam to see if you're cheating.
I don't know if you know this, but there's a way to solve that. Go to fucking class.
Well, yeah, but I mean, nowadays but you got to think about it. It all changed after COVID. All the rules changed. I mean, look at the people that can't even go get fast food anymore. They got to pay an extra $8 or $9 for a $7 meal.
Yeah,
because they're too lazy to drive down the road and grab a McDonald's.
Hey, you watch your mouth, damn it! No, I'm just kidding. I did that today. I didn't want to put pants on, so I went and ran errands when I talked to you earlier. I was finishing up my errands. I've been out like 4 hours. Just want to get home. And then I look over and I was like, I forgot to go and stop, get something to eat. I was like, hey, do that thing. And he's like, DoorDash? I was like, yeah, just do that. That show's like $50. I'm never doing that shit again.
It's expensive.
He didn't.
Now I can understand if I can understand if you've been sitting around drinking and you're like, I can't drive, but I mean, you and I both know that people just go out and do that just because they don't want to.
My kids do it all the time. I'm like,
I got a lady across the street that I don't think I ever see leave. I think she's a shut-in now. All I ever see, I guarantee you tomorrow at 7:30 or 8 o'clock in the morning, somebody will bring them breakfast. Guaranteed. Yep. But anyway,
yeah.
So you had a good week of vacation?
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Weather was nice.
I didn't go outside.
I thought you said you were going to do some yard work.
I say a lot of things. That doesn't mean it happens.
Well, I mean, your neighbor was mowing with the flashlight, so I didn't know if you.
No, not flashlight.
I'm sorry, the headlights of her car. Headlights of her car.
I was talking.
Oh no, I thought you said she had a headlamp on.
She had her pickup in the yard with her, and I think she did have a headlamp too.
Yeah, I thought that's what you said.
I called Kaz because I forgot why I called you. It was something about a movie or a show or something. I don't remember. And we're talking on the phone, and I go, "It's 8:30 at night. It's dark." And I'm like, bitch, I hear a lawnmower. And he's like, what? It's dark. I was like, I bet it's my crazy neighbor lady. And I go outside. She has her Dodge pickup pulled up into her yard with her headlights on. Now, she's been home all day. She hasn't left her house all day. She just decided that I want to be a vampire. I mean, she's got a hair. Okay, I'm going to stop because I'm about to be mean.
Yes. Yeah.
I guarantee
you. Anyway, she mows it dark, in the dark.
Yeah. It's the weirdest son of a bitch I've ever met. And I took a picture of her porch for it. Yeah. She's a lunatic, man. Absolute lunatic. And I do not know what language she speaks. It's I don't know, man. She tried to talk to me once and I was just like, what? Huh? It's not Spanish because I could kind of understand how Spanish sounds. It's not an Asian dialect. I don't know what she speaks. She's insane. It's probably some made up language she has in her head. It's only her and the birds speak. Oh my gosh. So yeah, this shit's wild. So that I started watching I got my son watching old TV shows.
Yes.
Did I talk about that last week?
No,
I told you about it. So I made dinner one night and we were in the living room. I said, let's just watch something and eat in the living room. He's like, okay. So I pulled up Amazon. I was like, nothing looks good. I was like, oh, they got Hogan's Heroes. Screw it. Let's watch Hogan's Heroes. He was cracking up. He's like, what is this? I was like, just a TV show. I was in reruns when you and I came around. And so then we just went down the list and started watching episodes of these old ass shows. Newhart Show. They're not great, but they're fun. We watched some Carol Burnett show, and he was like, "I said, do you see? It was lighthearted and fun. There was no shoving politics down your throat. It was just." I said, "There's nothing like this on TV right now. Everything that comes out now is mean. Like their comedy is not funny. It's meant to hurt people. It's not like you watch the Tim Conway bits on the Carol Burnett show. Those are legit just funny. Like there's no mean spiritedness. I mean, hell, half the time he's trying to crack up his other co-stars. I don't know. There was just something about it that was just pure and fun. And we did that for a whole night. Like we ended up staying up way too late. I played a lot of Helldivers this week too. A lot. They added underground fighting.
Oh yeah, you were telling me that.
And they added dragons, which that's not awesome at all. So yeah, I did that. I just had a good vacation, man. I got a lot of stuff done around my house. So it was a legit honest to God, best vacation I've had in a long time. I didn't do anything. I think I left the house like twice.
There's nothing wrong with that, really and truly. There's nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
As long as you took a shower every other day or every couple days.
Yep. Every day. Other than that, I just, I was disconnected until Vinny sent me the text. I had no idea anything in the world was going on. I was just watching movies and enjoying my time off.
I do have another story. Did we talk about the Phillies baseball?
Nope, not that I can remember.
Okay, so look. Before we get started on these other tragic things, let's pull up Phillies.
Oh, the bitch, yeah.
The Phillies Karen.
Yeah.
And if you type in Phillies, the very first one that comes up is Phillies Karen.
Philly. Phillies fan demands home run ball from a father and son. Now,
right.
As I saw it, now correct me if I'm wrong. Was it a home run or a foul ball? And the father,
I'm not for sure. The father ran over and got the ball.
Well, there was like a group of people, wasn't there? When I saw
they're in the stands. They're in the stands. Yes. So they're in the stands, but I think the ball landed over by that lady. But in baseball, if you ever watch, it's whoever gets the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And they always give it to the kid. No, always. I've never seen a human not give it to a kid unless there wasn't a one around. You know, he ran over, got the ball, and he held it up, and then he put it right in his son's hand. And then the next thing you know, he turns around and that lady is in his face.
Mm-hmm. They identified her.
Oh, she has been fired. She lost her job. She was, I would say there was a little bit of $12 beers involved in it. Or 50, whatever they cost. There was a few. She looked like she had a couple, but I'm not for sure. I can't say. Maybe she just looks like that all the time. But she's going off, and the fans are booing her. And she's just giving everybody the middle finger. I mean, she's spinning around, and it's a baseball game. There are cameras everywhere, whether it's a nationally televised game or not. There are cameras everywhere because every team has got their own, like, channel, basically, where, like, you can subscribe. The Yankees have the Yankees Network. The Braves have their stuff. She's just going crazy. See her showing the middle finger right there? Yep. She lost her job, like, on that Tuesday, right after that. Well, so the Phillies.
What was her job?
I cannot remember. I can't. If she worked at a school. See, there it is, right there. It says Phillies Karen fired.
Oh yeah. Where does she work? Here we go. Is not recognized individual associated with the team. Okay. So.
Yeah, she didn't work. She didn't work for the Phillies. Well, the Phillies. After they saw this, they brought up that kid a huge goodie bag. Oh,
good.
You know?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, it gets even better. So then the guy that hit the ball gets the team to whoever.
It was Seattle and the Phillies, right? The Seahawks or something?
I believe.
Or not Seahawks.
It'd be the Mariners. The Mariners. Yeah. And they brought him up a big goodie bag. And then the guy that hit the ball gets him down afterwards and signs a baseball bat and gives the kid a baseball bat.
Hell yeah.
So this lady got a baseball. She can't do nothing with it. Lost her job. The kid is having, now he went from being sad to having the time of his life.
Oh, yeah.
No, not only that. Somebody that sponsors the Phillies is paying for that family to go to the World Series.
Oh, that's awesome.
Not only that they own an RV park. They gave his dad a fat ass RV.
All right, so here's my idea.
Oh God,
you're bald. it's Make-A-Wish Day, and we're gonna set people up to do something. Be like, look at this retarded bastard. You gonna take the ball away from him, and you just sit there drool on yourself.
Oh, is that it?
I'm just saying. That's awesome.
You're going to hell.
That's a good.
But yeah,
that's a good story.
I mean, that just shows that people are watching your actions. You don't.
There's cameras everywhere.
Everywhere. And then this weekend, opening weekend, Houston Texans and the Los Angeles Rams. It looked like UFC up there between these two ladies. Oh my goodness gracious. It was so comical to watch that. The Houston, I believe they were in Los Angeles, and the Houston fan, her face is just, she looked like she went 5 rounds. And I don't even know what it was about because I haven't seen anything. All you do is you see all these different camera angles and they're just going.
All right, so I'm pulling it up. So if this gets us in trouble, I don't even care. Okay, so Wild Brawl breaks out at the Texas Rams game. My thing is I think
you're supposed to be having fun.
I think this is something that it's the national consciousness right now. I think everyone is on edge. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I mean, you used to get some, like, there were certain places you just didn't want to go. Philly, like, and you didn't want to go to Pittsburgh or Philadelphia for a game because those people
Philly,
are animals. Sure. They're animals. But like you, L.A., the Raiders had a reputation. Their fans had a reputation of being brutal. College,
but they also, but also in the contrary to that, if you ever watch any of the stuff that went on when it was in Oakland,
God, I love it. They're just the dudes just dumping water on fucking Californian. I want to use the F word so bad.
Yeah, but yes, but the guy holding the kid. Wait, if you see it, he starts swinging. He's throwing haymakers, holding the kid. What? The kid, yes,
They're beating up the fat girl in the Rams jersey, from what I can tell.
Oh no!
And the Houston fans.
It's two Houston fans, and they're on the wrong side. They're on the wrong side to be doing that.
And skinny bitches don't need to be picking fights. I'm just going to say
that Hispanic lady put her in her place. She put hands on her.
Skinny women don't need to. Oh my God, she looks like she's bleeding. Like,
oh no! I told you. Wait till you get to the end.
I just don't know what
she gives. I don't. We don't know that there was probably some heckling involved, if I had to guess.
And nobody's putting a stop to it. That's. Oh, and then what's Sideshow Bob here going to do?
What I don't understand is.
Oh my God!
What I don't understand is okay. So you look how high up you are. Mm-hmm. You get hit and you just go unconscious. You're going to the edge. It's just like, it's just over.
Oh, she lost her shoe.
Look at her nose.
Oh my Lord. I don't see how people act like this in public. Like they want to, it's like they go into this wanting to fight.
Yes.
And then you add beer to it, and it's like they're just going to take all their aggressions out on each other. My God, she got mauled. I think. Well, anytime you get a cut on your face, it bleeds. It bleeds. I got hit across the bridge of my nose, and it gashed it open.
Oh yeah, that's a bad bleed,
dude. They thought I was dying. I was like, it didn't even hurt that bad. I was like, oh, I guess I'm bleeding. They're like, oh my God. I was like, I'm fine. I don't even have a concussion. Well, at least I didn't think so. Anyway.
But anyway, those were some good stories before we get into this other stuff.
Wow, that's just, I think it's in the national consciousness, though. I think everybody is on edge. I think the whole country is on edge. Because you notice the amount of violence since 2020 has just seemed to escalate to a level. And I think social media plays a huge part of that.
Oh, it definitely does.
I would be okay with them just torpedoing and getting rid of all social media. It won't happen. But
no, it's too.
I think too many fucking people are plugged in all the time, and it's affecting them in the real world because they're taking this. Because if it's on the internet, is it real? I
Oh, we
mean,
don't know anymore.
you
We don't
don't.
know anymore.
You don't know. Um, wow, that's just crazy to act like that. Grown ass adults.
And you know what's funny is I can actually say, so when I went to South Bend, when I went to Notre Dame and watched Notre Dame USC fight, and I flew a month after 9/11. So literally it was like maybe even less than that. It was like October 3rd or something like that.
Okay.
So everybody was on edge, travel. That's when they started implementing all the travel stuff. It made it harder to fly. And literally I have a sailor's mouth unless kids are around.
And then it's
So
even worse, folks. Oh my!
no, I'm
You
very
should have.
conscious of other people's kids because I wouldn't want them acting like that
He
around
just
mine.
waits. He waits till the parents say, "Look," and just flips them off.
But there was a group of college kids standing behind us, and it was four guys, and we were standing beside a dad and his daughter, and she was probably 9 or 10, and they were just cussing up a storm. It was like a bar, like they were in a bar, just having a good old time. And and when I turned around, I wasn't very nice. But you know what? By the end of the game, everybody was friends. They had apologized to the little girl and everything. Everybody was high fiving. Everybody was, because we were all on the Notre Dame side. So it can be done if you do it. If people have consciences.
Some,
Some,
some do.
some,
The
and some,
problem
and
is,
I think you're right though about the time how people are changing to where
I mean, look
the
at
respect.
Well, you look
is
at this. Look at these two incidents that I brought up: the Charlie Kirk assassination and the young lady assassinated on the train. And those are two tragic. I don't care about their fucking politics. I don't. I don't even know
no.
whatever the young lady's name. I don't even know her name. I don't know her politics. Why does that matter? And then you look up on social media and everyone's got some fucking horrible to say. The amount of stuff I saw, like trying to turn this into black on white, it's like, no, the dude was clearly a criminal and insane. What difference does it make what color his skin is? He's an animal. But they're always trying to separate us, and like that violence is only thing that sells on social media. Like how many videos do you see when you open up Twitter of just people behaving badly? Mine is flooded with that shit.
Mine is flooded with it too, but I do get inundated with dogs videos.
Mine. My feed
Yeah.
is bipolar because I'll go from
Yes.
shipwreck videos to ghost stories to camping to horror stories to fist fights. So, but I mean,
Yeah.
violence and sex sells. I mean,
Right.
if it bleeds, it leads. That was what newspapers used to say. If it bleeds,
It's
it
true.
leads. So,
It's
I mean,
true.
it's always been that way. But now they're tapped in 24 hours a day to this hateful news. I even said this because one of our friends, Otis, is I call him a Shiite Christian. He's like super Christian. Like if there's like levels to it, he's like at the like he's going for the capture all the Pokemon. Like he's the master.
Yes.
So I said, you're like the radical kind of Christian. And he's like, shut up. I said, I think you were talking about biblical stuff and I said, I think the Antichrist is something to do with AI. Because if you look around the world,
Could be.
they're switching everything over. And I'm not a conspiracy guy. I'm not a prophecy guy. I think most prophecies are you just throw darts at a board and then something happens. You're like, gee, I predicted it. Yeah, but what about the 403,000 back here you missed? But the one, that's it. I'm like, I could do that. I could just make shit up for 10 years. Something's bound to stick, It doesn't make it a prophecy. It just means you got lucky. Now, the Antichrist thing, because you look at it in England, there are grocery stores to protect people against theft. You have to present ID to get into the grocery store. If you don't have ID, you can't shop there. And it's all cashless. England is going cashless, so you pay with your cell phone.
I don't like that. That's
and
scary.
in the Revelations, it says you won't be able to buy or sell without the mark of the beast. I don't know. And maybe it's not the Antichrist, but it sure seems, because it's going to control everything. Like, you know that as well as I do. So
yeah, my only problem with that is if everything is digital like that, they can deny access. Which, I mean, they can kind of deny your access now going into a bank. I mean,
they can keep you from getting your money.
They definitely can. They could definitely put holds on your.
They did it to Canadian truck drivers.
Well, I mean, here, no, they can freeze your accounts here too.
Oh, I know, but
they freeze your assets. Yeah,
they did that shit in Canada when they protested. I forget what they were protesting, and
it was the truckers. Yeah, truckers. Yeah,
and they're people. Yeah, I said that. I was like, that's because he's like, well, I don't know. I was like, well, okay. Anyway, but I think social media is. So
I agree. Social media is a terrible thing because, I mean, you think about it. You didn't know when we were growing up, unless it hit the world news, if it was that big. And by the way, happy birthday, Rocco! And
oh yeah,
he's talking about Warfare 1917 computer game. What is that?
I didn't even have the chat pulled up. I don't know.
What?
I have no idea. That I don't know.
What was the Matthew Broderick movie? Is that what he's talking about?
That's War Game. That's
War Games. Yeah, War Games.
But that was in 1917. That was 1985.
Yeah, if they were that lucky.
Rocco, explain yourself. Explain yourself using the King's English, please.
Explain it to me, Lucy. Explain it to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, because with the internet now, with social media, I mean, you can follow X. It's like remember when the Boston Marathon bombing was going on? Right after it happened, I was getting more updates on X than I was on any news channel, CNN, Fox, anything, because people in Boston were posting on the X, like, the police just ran through my neighborhood. They think he's in my neighborhood because they're knocking door to door. And I was probably 12 minutes before they ever said that they thought he was in that neighborhood. So you get to see what other people are doing in other cities, like the car thefts and the if you're affiliated with some group, what they're doing in another city, like-minded individuals.
Mm-hmm.
The like-minded individuals can compare notes now.
So so what do you say about some sort of, then this is scary because this has been floated around. I've been seeing this government oversight of social media corporations. Well, I mean, they're like, we got to do something. So now you have big government watching your social media posts because these lunatics are on social media.
Do.
Yeah, but that's covertly. We're talking overt, legit. Obviously, they don't, because these people were posting, like the guy that killed those kids, that trans fucker that went in and shot those kids. The cat literally was live streaming his notebook showing how he's going to murder everyone. So
right,
if they were watching him, why didn't somebody stop him? That means nobody's fucking watching.
No, that means because they're giving people, do I want to say the rope to hang themselves? Because
yeah, you're not going to let them go murder a bunch of people and be like, now
right,
I can do something.
But because you talk about it,
that
doesn't mean you're gonna. You know what I'm saying? It's a slippery slope. It really is, because you could be having a really bad day and be like, I would just like to go to my work and beat the hell out of 25 people. Or you say it the other way, then all of a sudden it becomes escalated. But you don't have a history of that. So how do they how do they just go and detain you?
That's what I think. I think they need to. I honestly
should they?
I think
Should
so.
they?
I absolutely think so, because
But then that goes into going against what remember we had that talk about cars and the government and
no, I know, but I'm saying the difference between me saying I really can't stand Kaz to saying
right.
I got a plan to deal with Kaz, and I'm gonna wait till he gets off work and I lay it all out in a notebook while whistling a tune, and like that takes it beyond the realm of just.
Because was he on Twitch doing that?
He was. I think he was on Kick. He was on another streaming platform, Kick, and he was like, and then I'm gonna come in here, and he was literally showing what he. At that point, I think somebody needs to talk to him.
You're probably right.
That's different. That's different than me saying when I see Rocco this week, I'm gonna whip his ass. And it wouldn't happen that way. Rocco would beat my ass. But you get what I'm saying.
You just wanted to give him his birthday spanking.
I was gonna tickle him.
But the thing is for as many people that are on social media, how many people would they have to employ to actually?
From what we've heard, they've already got the infrastructure already up where they're.
Oh, supposedly they do, but they watch for keywords.
AI,
from what I understand.
I mean, AI could do it, right? Like how many people you just get the AI, look for keywords, red flag it, tell our agents, we go and handle it. I mean, there's ways around it.
You would think so. I'm sure that it's going to become more of a.
I mean, because you saw what I saw.
Yes.
Over the Charlie Kirk thing. And then you saw some of the sickest people I have ever seen on the internet celebrating the death of a guy, whether you liked him or didn't, whether you agreed with him or didn't, like he just had a different opinion. I blame the media and I blame leftist organizations. I think every country, and I don't care where you are, whether you're in England or Germany, I think we need to get together and we need to launch lawsuit after lawsuit after these media conglomerations. And I'm not talking petty lawsuits. I'm talking massive lawsuits because they're making our countries unsafe to live, because they are pushing this narrative that if you don't agree 100% with them, you're a fucking Nazi. You're a threat to democracy. How is this guy a threat to democracy? Like, I didn't know anything about the guy until after this happened.
The only thing I knew about him was he was a devout Christian.
Yes, family guy.
And a family guy. He was a conservative.
But conservative is now considered a hate group. You're not allowed to be a Christian and conservative. That's hate. That's hate.
I would say when I watched, because I saw his stuff all the time, I would say he was a very factual guy, so he was very knowledgeable.
So what did he do? What did he do to piss him off? Because you watched him, I didn't. So what was it that got him? Was it just disagreeing? Because that's what it seems like.
All of the above. I watched a video the other day where he was talking about Islam being one of the deaths to the United States and to the West.
I mean,
that's a belief. We're not going to go into that today.
No, what I was going to say is, if you bring in any desperate group that doesn't adhere to your culture, that could be said about any group, right?
Definitely.
That's not. I don't think that's hateful. I think that's guys making a value judgment. I
do believe a lot of people said that he could be a president of the United States.
Oh, I don't think. Yeah.
No. There was a lot of people that. Oh, yeah, because of his country first, and for the Republican side anyway.
Oh, okay.
The Republicans, not just not like politicians saying that, but Republican people, conservative people said that his beliefs and the way he's country first and
see, those people scare me when they get in power, because then they force their ideology.
Well, they all do. So I mean,
but it's just like the super like, and it's good. It's not bad, but at the same time, it's like Just let people be free. And then you do. I mean, because we're not now under this leftist ideology bullshit. Can you imagine how bad this shit would have gotten under Kamalama Ding Dong? Like, it's bad now.
Well, I mean, the fact that anybody celebrates the loss of life like that just shows the type of person you are.
Exactly. That's my thing.
It's like, I can understand if you're sitting around the house and you have like-minded individuals with you and you're having a beer and you say, I'm glad that Martian died.
Right.
If you're like-minded individuals, now that they might go tell somebody else that Johnny said, I'm glad the Martian died, but there's no video evidence of it. These idiots are putting this shit on the internet and posting it and bragging about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I watched the video. I sent it to you. The one with the lady where she was. I sent it to you on X. And she's praising the one I told you that had 600,000 followers.
Oh, yeah.
So she's praising, basically laughing that Charlie Kirk was. You respond to his browser game, but not the fart in the fan.
No, I'm not going to fart in the. Yeah.
He said
it's a browser game.
Yeah. But anyway, she does that. Somebody sees it and rides his motorcycle over to that guy's business.
Oh, no shit.
Yes, and asked him. Now you never get to see his face because he never takes his helmet off. He's got a full-faced helmet on, so he's very smart. He doesn't threaten the guy. He walks in, and the guy immediately knows because he gets up out of his chair. He said, "What do you have to say about your wife?"
So that's the video you just sent me.
Yeah, I just sent that to you. He's like, but the thing is I don't understand how we've come to be a society to where we brag about the death of people. Nobody wants.
No.
When you sit down and ask somebody, I literally don't dislike anybody enough that I want them to die. I've even gone from driving in public. I've gone from I want them to drive into a telephone pole to where I want them to have explosive diarrhea at the next stoplight. That's what I say.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because I'm trying to be a better person. Because nobody wants anybody to die. Because the loss of life is tragic.
Right.
But when you act like that on social media, yeah.
That's what I'm saying, though. There's no consequence for these people. I mean, there is now because the people against their rhetoric. But it's funny to me how, because I'm kind of on the outside. I think on some topics I lean more conservative, and in others I'm way more liberal. Like, I'm kind of stuck. I think you're the same way. Because, like, on the gay marriage issue, I don't care.
I don't give two shits what y'all do.
I don't. You want to marry a goat, marry a goat. I don't care. Don't care.
I just don't want to see it.
I don't want to see you tongue kissing your goat in public, but even then I can just turn around and walk away.
Very true, very true. I just won't eat at that establishment anymore. When you're...
Why is it got to be a restaurant?
Well, where else am I gonna see it at?
State
Not
Fair?
too many places I go.
State
Fair? If I see it at the state fair, then I deserve that because that's the best. That's the best watching in the world. And speaking of which, State Fair is going on right now. If you want to go watch some every how do I say it nicely?
Every slice of life is going to be
every slice of life. I was going to say different breed of character, but slice of life is a good way to put it. Is at the fair. It's the best people watching of all.
I think how we got here is I think it's because everyone wants to find the thing, right? It's not one thing. It's a series of things. Number one, you've got a horrible economy. Everything's so freaking expensive. Even the best society is a society with a strong middle class. Right. Because typically middle class people come from poor upbringings, not poverty necessarily, but poor upbringings. So when they make it, to that middle class and a comfortable life. They remember where they came from. So they tend to be more charitable than the uber wealthy. They tend to give back to the communities that help them to get to that comfortable life. So a strong and healthy middle class, they spend more money than some of the rich people in the communities. They just do more for a society. And over the last 40 years, we've decimated middle classes, not just here in America, all across the world. I mean, you look at England and look at Canada, their middle classes are all but gone too. So you start there economically, because if people don't have hope, well, they start to look for solutions. And some people are going to find violence as the solution. So you got that. Then you start in 25 years ago, 30 years ago, you start bringing in the PC culture. We got to start checking boxes, affirmative action and stuff like that. We got to start taking care of these minority groups. But that's under the guise of they can't do it for themselves. So we, as their white saviors on the Democratic ticket, we have to save these poor, ignorant black people. That's legit what they think. I mean, you've seen the videos I've seen where they're too stupid to get driver's license. So voter ID should be illegal. And it doesn't take a genius to know that black people are the same as we are. It's not complicated.
They all are.
So then you do that. Now 2020, you come out with this communist ideology and you unfurl it for the public. You lock people up in their homes. You tell them you'll do this or we'll send you to camps. We're going to force you to do this across the world. I'm not just talking in America. I'm talking across the world. And then you start putting up people like George Floyd as a hero because a cop choked him out. Okay. That's fucked up. Now, I'm not saying what the cop did, but he was doing what they teach. You brought that up a couple shows back. Now you get that. Now you start fucking with the people that keep your society going, which are the average people. Average people make every society work. The working guy, the working gal. You start leaning on them. You start telling them that they're the problem. Now you start getting people pissed off. Now you start getting people angry. You start seeing January 6th. That was average people just sick of the government corruption. And now they start to fight back. They start to win. And now you get violence and then you get this violent rhetoric out of the left. Everything, just pay attention. I just want everybody in the podcast to pay attention. Everything the left says the Republicans do, they're the ones doing it. They're the threat to democracy. They're the ones rigging elections. They're the ones that are voting people in that have no right to be in. You want a meritocracy. You do not want, I'm going to put who I want in power. You want, that never ends good.
No.
They're calling the right Nazis while at the same time acting like Nazis and killing their political opponents. Literally pick up a book, any book on how the Nazis came to power, how communism happened. Just start reading and look at the similarities between the Democratic Party today versus those parties back then. It's communism. And I'm not necessarily saying it's all the Democrats' fault. I think the Republicans are weak and they've just allowed too much to happen. Because the way I used to describe it is, I want your piece of land. Okay, I've got my fence here. Your fence is right up against mine. I tear your fence down and I move 6 feet into your fence, into your yard. You finally go, that's too much, and you fight back. So you move my fence. We negotiate, and I move it 3 feet back. I still got 3 feet of yours. You never get that back.
Yep.
A few more years later, I do the same thing. Before you know it, my fence is right up against your front door, and you let it happen because you weren't willing to fight to take back what was lost. And that's what's happened in politics over the last 40 years. Republicans are playing by rules. Democrats haven't been. And if you've been paying attention to any of this shit, it's been coming for a long time. And now we're seeing the fruit actually ripen on the tree with these hateful people. This ideology is just hateful. It is communism, man. You can call it what you want, Marxist, Leninist, whatever it is. It's opposite of the freedom of American people.
And it's the thing that people don't understand is even on the right, it's all driven by money.
Oh,
Because
100%.
if you look at how many Republicans have voted the same way that the Democrats have voted, it's
Oh, yeah.
all because of money.
Oh, yeah.
And, and me and Mr. Anthony got into a good dispute over education the other day, in which you and I talked about that.
Right.
And everything stems down from money, because everybody that starts in the local level, they have aspirations of good, but at the same time, their aspirations are money filled, because they see that I can literally go to work for 2 or 3 hours every day. And I mean, let's just be honest. Let's look at Kamala Harris. As in her career in California, she did not get one bill passed. Not one.
That's probably for the best, though.
But I'm just saying.
But yeah.
So she did nothing for the state of California for however many years she was there. Then she moves into was it the Senate or the Congress, whichever it was. Remember she?
No, I don't.
They said she was the first. Yeah, she said they said, because I can remember seeing the video where how does it feel to be the first Indian woman in Congress?
Who fucking cares?
But I'm saying that was what I mean, that's a good way to look at it. I mean, you're the first Indian woman. You know, it is what it is. It's like if you were the first Scottish Japanese guy to be voted into Congress. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a news story. It's a news story. Yeah, but what I'm saying is she did nothing and made all that money. She never passed a single law. She never got anything put in. She never did anything, and then is running for president.
Yeah. That's
what I'm getting at. It's all on money. Every bit of it. It's all money based.
Yep.
Just I mean, everybody can say Obama didn't do this, or Obama get mad because Obama changed the way the healthcare system worked, but everybody knew who was backing Obama.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Just like everybody knew who was backing Biden. The dude that owned all the rail cars. That was his biggest contributor.
Oh, yeah. And as soon as he got in office, he stopped oil going down the pipeline
and
started
shipping
it with rail cars.
Shipping it with rail cars. Didn't stop the production, which everybody got mad about. He just, his buddy backed him. And guess what? They made it to where he made all that money. That's just the way it is. That's why you have to look at where the money trail comes from. So that way you know how it's going to be.
Yeah, but we're talking. What we're talking is societal. I'm not really necessarily talking about.
It's still money, though.
Yeah, but
they're controlling us. But they're controlling us with the money. Think about it.
But no, I'm talking about this violent culture.
It's the same. It's still based on money. You don't see as much violence in the upper class in Chicago. In the upper side of Chicago?
Well, no.
Because of money.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You can pull up Chicago right now. You can go to places to go eat at Chicago and look at the violence, and you won't see a single person say anything bad about going to eat there. But you go 4 blocks away in the hood, and there'll be 5 murders tonight.
No, you're right about that.
It's all about the money.
This Marxist ideology. I think you're right on it, but I think where we're disconnecting is I think the money that's coming in for them to push it is coming from a foreign entity. I think this is coming from China. I think they're paying these people to vote certain ways, and everyone's going, now they're saying it's Israel. I don't. I've never had a problem with Israel or Jews, and I'm like, I don't get the hate. I never have. It's like almost like a jealousy thing. It's like because they stick together and help each other, we gotta hate them because they're all rich. Nah, I think it's fucking smart. Is what I think it is. It's like they do crooked shit. Yeah, guess what? Every other race does crooked shit too. I could find you some Koreans that have done some real crooked shit. Trust me.
Oh, I'm sure of it.
But I think this shit has been in the works because Russia had a plan to defeat the United States. It was a 20-year plan, and you do it from within. And when you go and watch that video, it's everything that's happening. It's legit, like, and these useful idiots are pushing forward, and they'll be the first ones to go if this shit happens, because you can't have violent insurrectionists within your government.
Let me ask you a question. Is Charlie Kirk now? I don't know how to put this. This isn't the racial thing. Is Charlie Kirk this generation's Malcolm X?
Martin Luther King, maybe.
Martin Luther King. No, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Because they were speaking.
It seems like it. It
without violence.
Like it.
Because I mean, I watched multiple videos. Even my friend said his wife, after Charlie Kirk passed away, everybody thought that because he was a Republican, that's why she changed to Republican. And her actual opinion is watching Charlie Kirk videos. This is an African American lady, a black lady, in her mid-30s, went from the Democratic side to the Republican side because of Charlie Kirk. I don't know anybody else, but I'm saying, and I'm not saying that he was on a movement. He was nowhere the Malcolm X or the Martin Luther King, because he was
the last Republican that wants to talk with you.
Yes.
I don't want to have a debate with those fucking lunatics. Because I don't care if you see my way or not. Just leave me alone. Like, you're too far gone for me to give a shit. Because my thing is, if you're not intelligent enough to look at that ideology and realize that it is not healthy, it is not good, and everyone who does it is miserable, hateful, and full of angst and medication. If you want to sit and what was the old adage? You can take a horse to water, you can't make him drink.
Right.
So my thing is I always, now granted, there's the people that are surrounding it that are paying attention, but the people that want to argue and do that, no. And I think most people are that way. Like, I'm not gonna engage with you because I see you as a mental patient.
Well, it's not only that. It's also the fact that I would say, watching as many Charlie Kirk videos as I saw. Now, granted, he did have a security team, but some of the people did get a little heated with him. But it wasn't like in the videos that I saw. You don't know if they're edited or not. You don't see anybody, I'm going to kick your ass or anything like that. Because we couldn't go to a meeting at work and have a conversation like he did with people about politics.
No. Oh, God, no.
Because people are going to want to fight. They're going to get mad. They're going to start calling names.
We had one of our guys, a black gentleman at work, said all white people are racist at work.
Yeah. If you vote for Trump. Yep. That's how he said it. If you vote for Trump, you're a racist.
They actually pulled him aside and had a talk with him. So you're right. You're not doing that in normal society. So he was having, I think where he was having discussions with people that needed to happen to show, to me, it was shining a light. He always said he was trying to, now I've watched all this shit in the last 2 days, so take it for what it's worth. Right. But he was saying he was trying to find common ground, things that we agree on. And like, he was never, like Steven Crowder was not like trying to, like, he was mean when he was doing it. I thought it was funny. But like, this guy seemed to be like legit trying to reach them, trying to get them to just see his side of it. Because I think we've lost that ability to see each other's side. Like, I can see the leftist side. I understand it. I think your normal liberal, not far left, not far right, but your normal liberal and your normal conservative have a whole lot of things in common. But because of this new ideology that if you're not on my team, I can't even be seen with you because that looks bad. Like, that's a communist dictate.
Yes.
So Otis's brother, because Otis proudly voted for Trump, he told him he can't even talk to him anymore. He has cut his older brother out of his life because of that. But what I was going to say is I think a lot of liberals, like old school liberals, I think they got really good hearts and they really genuinely want to help people. I don't think they're hateful people. I think
they're all, I think if you were to set any one of them down, even Hillary Clinton and I can't, or well, let's even go further than that. What is the lady on The View that nobody likes anymore?
Joy Behar, Whoopi Goldberg.
No, God, Whoopi Goldberg. Whoopi Goldberg. I used to be a huge Whoopi Goldberg fan, but now because of the way she acts, I can't say that I have. But I guarantee you, if you were to sit her down and say, "In this room is completely, honestly, nobody's going to know anything. I'll sign a do not disclosure agreement. I won't talk about this. Do you wish death upon people? Do you want people to die?" And they're all going to say no.
I think I think a lot of people, we attribute that's because they're on like The View. I think a lot of those people, they base a lot of their opinions on their social circle. I think if you pulled any one of those people out and took them to a different place full of the opposite group, and just dropped them in the middle of it, I don't think they would carry a lot of those hateful rhetoric spewing. No. They would learn to get along, right? So it's like, it's disingenuous. That's why I said I think we should sue media outlets, because they're creating this violence. They are creating this propaganda.
They're egging it on.
They are. And it's making it unsafe for people to even walk the streets. And like the shit when you're calling Charlie Kirk a Nazi, go pick up a fucking book and read what a Nazi was.
Exactly.
All you gotta do is Google that shit or go on any search engine and type up fucking Nazi. It is.
Do you know
nothing.
Why?
Because,
do you know why?
Why?
I do believe that he actually, because if we talked about some of the things that we saw when they actually translated some of Hitler's speeches.
Yeah.
About what he was talking about. Charlie Kirk, this is what Mr. Anthony was telling me. He watched one of his things about the Holocaust, and Charlie Kirk talking about the Holocaust. So I need to go find that video so I'm a little bit more up on that. But he was saying, I believe Charlie Kirk was saying, the Holocaust didn't happen like everybody thinks it happened. Now, he's a very factual guy, so I don't know, but that's what Anthony was saying.
Okay.
A lot of people were saying that's why they were saying he's a Nazi.
That's like if we do our podcast next week and we both decide the moon landing was a fake. That doesn't put us in a box and make us a certain thing. That means we have one opinion that maybe isn't that popular. Okay.
Right.
Or if
and I think that might be why they were calling him Nazi. And
no,
don't go to 9/11. Don't go to 9/11 because I saw a new video on that the other day.
No, I think it's because that's what they've done. They fucking call Joe Rogan a Nazi.
Yes,
that guy is
all because he changed his opinion.
Yeah,
about Trump.
That's all it is. It's you don't agree with me. It's like pull up a YouTube of these guys, and if they leave their comments on, you're gonna see somebody that goes in there that just spews hate. Who in the hell in their right mind does that? I've made this abundantly clear on numerous podcasts. I cannot stand Bill Maher. I think he thinks that dude shits in his own hand and goes, yes, it's
smells like roses. Smells like roses.
He's just a fucking comedian from the 60s and 70s that smokes a lot of pot and thinks he's so fucking educated. He's not. He's quasi-intelligent. I can't stand him. That being said, I don't want to cancel him. I think it's good to have people like him up there because it proves my point every time he opens his mouth. And
the simple fact that he's actually come out and done a Joe Rogan.
I mean, he talked to Charlie Kirk. Him and Charlie Kirk sat down. That's why I think you need a Bill Maher.
But did you see where Bill Maher went and had dinner with Trump after Trump got elected this time?
He did.
Look that interview up. Yeah, that was that. He was like, I just knew he was gonna.
That's the thing, though, is if we demonize, because that's how war works. That's how propaganda and war works. That's why World War II vets, and of course, the people back home, we gotta hate the Japs. because they did a lot to help.
Yes.
Hate
Yeah,
them.
they did a lot. Yeah.
So World War II propaganda. Let's go to the Nazi side. So when they got captured in Africa, the Nazis, they put them on cargo ships, took them all the way across the country, all the way across the Atlantic, and parked their asses in Oklahoma and Texas. I don't know if you know this.
I did not know that.
Yeah. So Fort Reno out in Oklahoma, pretty much the central part of the state, is we went out there. I don't know. It's probably been 20 years ago, 15. And I was like, I'd go see Fort Reno. I thought it's an old cavalry fort in Indian territory. It's so if you go to the town of El Reno, the prison out there, the big one where they kept McVeigh, you just keep going down that. And then as you veer off to go down Highway 66, it's right there. And it's open.
Probably driven by it, never paid any attention.
You wouldn't, because it's off the main road, but it's just a bunch of bunkhouses. But then you go out into the cemetery and you start reading the lore of it. But a lot of Germans were told that America was weak. We were soft. Their propaganda said they were evil, given to excess. That their soldiers, and they said they got meat on the boat every day, and they were like shocked at the amount of food that the Americans just threw away. They were shocked driving across the trains across America, seeing every city and town with lights, the amount of vehicles that were going, because like cars in Germany, people think Germany was this super advanced
Volkswagen and
But the thing was, in World War II, most of their shit was still carried about by horses. Buggy and horse. Like they were still using cavalry to move stuff. Yes, they had the tanks and the planes, but a lot of their like food and all that shit was carried with horses. So these guys were going across, and they found these former Nazis journals, and they were shocked when they actually, instead of believing the propaganda, got to see it with their own eyes. They were like, holy shit. And the fact that Americans weren't hateful to them, they were kind to them. And they what they did is they brought them, because it was illegal to use POWs in factories serving the war. So they couldn't go in and build aircraft.
I can understand that, because
or munitions. You wouldn't want them fucking with it anyway.
Yeah, chance of sabotaging something.
So what they would do is they would take the farmers' kids, and they would make those guys farmers, and they take the farmers' kids and put them in the munitions plants and stuff like that. They came out of that forever changed, because they actually got to see what the other side was talking about. I think on a broad spectrum, that's what needs to happen is there needs to be but you can't, because if the people in charge of the left, the talking heads on the left, the Hassan Pikers, the CNNs of the world, MSNBCs, they're constantly saying these people are bad guys. Well, name me in one instance where somebody wants to go and sit down and talk to Lex Luthor. They don't. He's the bad guy. Bad guys are what? They need to be defeated.
Yep.
So you're never going to, until the media apparatus and the leaders on that fucking far left bullshit, the Democratic Party, stop spouting this bullshit and start saying, hey, we need to stop and start, because we're headed for the 60s. And most people don't know this, but in America in the 60s, I think there were more bombs going off daily than there was in Iraq. Like people were bombing all kinds of shit back in the 60s.
Oh yeah, with the Vietnam War time.
Yeah. Well, and you're talking about the end of Jim Crow. You're talking about So
it's bad. It's bad.
And then you're talking. I'm going to get into this. This is probably going to get me in trouble. You got more people on SSRIs, antidepressant drugs, and everyone goes, well, if a doctor prescribes it, that shit's still new. Relatively speaking, we're talking maybe 30 years that shit's been out. It's one generation of people, and guaranteed. And then you add in the gender confusion of these poor guys. They're medicated, and now you tell them there's an evil guy coming to my town. I gotta stop it. He's a Nazi. Because where's he getting that? He didn't come up with that on his own. See what I think.
Well, think about this. What you just said. So supposedly the guy that they caught that assassinated Charlie Kirk, Did you see how old he was?
No, but I'm going to guess he's in his 20s.
22 years old. What do they say about the mind?
It's not fully developed until you're 25 or 26.
So you have a guy that okay, so let's just take this for example. Like you're saying, SSRI drugs. You have a guy that goes to the doctor, gets some SSRI drugs. All of a sudden, you have this hot nurse that's bringing you these SSRI drugs.
Mm-hmm.
Hot nurse starts dating said 22-year-old. Man, I can't believe Charlie Kirk talks like that. How does he treat people like that?
100%.
You want some more of this, baby? You want some more of this, baby?
Mm-hmm.
But in 6 months to a year, she's got this kid brainwashed. And it's not just the SSRI drugs. It's a young man, horny. His brain is not right.
And everybody he follows online, from the streamers he chooses to follow to the TikToks he's watching and recommending.
Yes, he went from watching Andrew Tate to his girls like, I can't believe you watched that.
I bet he never saw Andrew Tate because.
Well, no, I'm just saying that she was like, I can't believe you watched that. I don't like that stuff. All of a sudden, he's not watching more masculine things. He's on the SSRI drugs.
I'm going to tell you a true story.
He's being led down a pathway.
Never cared about football, never watched football, never looked at football. My first job was at a Safeway grocery store as a bagger. There was a hot blonde, and I was always there. She was a cashier. I was her bag boy. And in between, she was like, do you watch football? I was like, of course, I'm 16.
Lying out his ass.
Mm-hmm. I said, what's your favorite team? She said, Green Bay Packers. Guess what my favorite team became? The Green Bay fucking Packers. I went home. Exactly. I was like, I got to learn everything. I was so autistic about it. I don't even remember her name. But yeah, so yeah, no, you're 100% right.
So, I mean,
but here's my point.
You said that, and that's what and all of a sudden that kind of clicked.
Yeah. So here's the thing. If I loan you, if you tell me, if you come over to my house and you say, I want to use your truck to move a bunch of shit to blow up a veterinary clinic, they killed my dog, so I'm going to blow it up. Can I borrow your truck to do it? And I loan you that truck knowing what you're going to do. What are they going to do to me? I'm an accessory. Because number one, I didn't call the police. Number two, I gave you the keys to the truck not under duress or anything. I knew what you did. I'm going to jail too. Okay. Mm-hmm. Where do we start going after these leftists on social media that are because Hassan Piker has called for the death of people. Nancy Pelosi says we need to rise up in the streets.
Oh yeah, there needs to. I just watched. There was a box of like 16 of those people talking about.
So my thing is, when are they going to get it? Because this won't stop until you go up. Because the kid, like, I'm not saying he couldn't make his own choice. I'm not saying
right.
He deserves to be punished under the full extent of the law. He took
if he did it. Yes. If
he did it, he took a husband away from more than that. Not even the husband part. The little kids. We're dads. Yeah. Those little babies were there and saw it. It's a fucking monstrous act.
Oh, they were not there. They were not there.
No, they were there is what I was told. They were there.
No, I watched the video of the wife, and she said they were home waiting on him to come home for dinner.
Okay.
Yeah, I watched an interview with her. She did a post and she's actually in live.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Addressing the nation right now. But yeah, no, they were home waiting on him to come home.
So I brought this up because the judge that let this guy go.
Oh my gosh!
The video, and then you see the passengers on the train. They're just sitting there like they're watching it. They're not doing shit. They're just leaning over like, oh my god, this is happening. You fucking assholes! Like there was enough of you. You could have jumped on that motherfucker and saved her life, but you didn't. You didn't because you're cowards. You're weak, pathetic cowards.
I don't. In my opinion, no, I don't think they could have saved her life. Because he only stabbed her 3 times and it was all in the neck. But they could have at least attempted to save her life. If you didn't want to get involved with the guy and get stabbed, he got up and he stabbed her 3 times. He didn't. I mean, he was saying bad things while he was doing it. But you could have at least.
And look at what it's done. Look what this propaganda has done to the black communities, Kaz. Like, look at how destructive that has done. Like, there's a reason those people have the beliefs they have. It's not from mom and dad. It's because it's been taught to them. Where did they get it taught? Schools, education system. They didn't used to be this way. None of us used to be this way. Yeah, our country has never been perfect. But you go back and listen to the old heads talk about living in Harlem back in the day. It wasn't like that.
No.
When did that start? You had to come from somewhere. You know, and I think this judge, and I think this is where it needs to start. She let this motherfucker out. I think she needs to face murder charges for letting him out. That'll put a stop to this shit. Start holding the people accountable and not letting them skate by because they have money, because they have titles.
Even as bad as that. Did you see what the mayor said?
I did not.
This is a tragic situation that sheds light on problems with society, safety nets related to mental health care, and the systems that should be in place. So my question is, if they knew he was a danger to society...
100%. No, I know what you're getting ready to say. Go ahead.
Why is he on the streets?
Exactly. She let him go.
So she let him go. The mayor is saying we need to... She's more worried about the assailant than the victim.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Because
you need to be worried about keeping your citizens safe.
And the fact that they're playing identity politics at the highest levels is sickening. Like it calls for impeachment on the mayor. Right. Oh,
there.
100%. But I hate this identity politics shit. There is right and there is wrong. I don't care what color, if they're orange. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care. Like,
no,
that
taking the life of somebody for like that
for nothing.
It's for nothing.
Fucking nothing. Yeah, but I think they need to start holding these politicians and these news anchors accountable.
That's the thing. I think they all need. We have laws. They're not the greatest laws in the world.
They're
but
not being enforced equally.
They're not being enforced. There's no consequences.
Mm-hmm.
And I've said this before, and I don't know if I should say it again, but public executions, let's bring them back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? Why not put people in stocks on the streets for stealing? You can walk by and throw tomatoes at them.
So the Chinese...
Don't think twice about stealing something.
The Chinese used to have this board, and it was too big. So, like, they clamp it around your neck, and they don't have to chain you in place. They just clamp this board. Your head fits through a hole. Just think of a piece of plywood, but it extends out. You can't feed yourself. It's physically impossible to feed yourself. So they had to, if they got caught stealing, they had to rely on the kindness of the people in their village to feed them. If nobody came to feed them before their sentence was out, a lot of them would starve to death. I'm okay with that.
Wow.
I'm okay with that.
I'm like Sharia law. In those countries that have Sharia law, if you get caught stealing, they cut your right hand off.
Yeah.
What do you do with your right hand?
It's my lover. What do you mean?
Not only that, but it wipes your backside.
Yeah. Yeah.
It feeds you. If you're right, most people are right-handed, so they take the right hand.
But you look at this though. Look at this. Take a step back. Take a real big step back and look at the West as a whole. And look how destabilized it has become in the last 10 years. It is not a coincidence. And leftist ideology did not just spring out of nowhere. This shit is an attack on our way of life. Now, okay, so it's an attack. And I know this may sound like a conspiracy theory, but who is the biggest benefactor if we fall? China.
Probably so.
Because they're set up to become a superpower. I mean, they are in certain aspects. So they're our main competition to all the countries in the West. And Russia has taken a step down with this Ukraine war because people are seeing it for what it can't do. That this little tiny country of Ukraine really is putting Russia to task. Now, granted, Ukraine's not doing it on its own. It's got the full backing of all the Western allies. So they're getting weapons and equipment and in some cases men. But China, I'm telling you, this shit feels like an attack on our way of life, because if we're not strong and we're weak, we're busy with civil unrest in our country. Of course, this does go hand in hand. I said this way back when the Russia-Ukraine war started. I said, this looks like the beginning of a world war. And with the coming of a world war, you usually have high inflation. You usually have civil unrest. You usually have a litany of leaders who are inept and should not be in power. And all of these things.
It was definitely, that's what I think some conspiracy theorists were saying, because remember, we were reading in different posts about if we'd have went to war, how there's never been an election during war.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, I think we have had. I think we had elections during war. Didn't we? Because we started with World War II. Who did we have as our president at the beginning of World War II? Because we ended with Truman.
Right, but they were actually like at the start of the war. That's just what they were saying, and the conspiracy theorists were one of the reasons why they were trying to get into it, is that way there wouldn't be an election.
I'm looking that up real quick. Yes, the United States has held presidential elections during multiple wars, including the Civil War and both World Wars. That's what I thought. 1812 War of 1812, Madison was reelected during the war with Great Britain. The Civil War, Lincoln won his second term. World War I, Woodrow Wilson was reelected on the slogan, "He kept us out of the war," and then we got into the war. Then 1940, 40 to 44, Franklin Delano Roosevelt won a third term and then a fourth term. So we have, and I mean,
Okay, but that's just what I was reading online. People were saying, was one of the reasons they were trying to get into it.
I just don't think, and so to finish this up, if your response is to kill someone you don't agree with, the problem isn't that person, it's you.
I agree.
Like I said, I can't stand Bill Maher. That being said, if I met him in public, I would be respectful. I wouldn't talk down to him. I just vehemently disagree with a lot of the shit that comes out of his mouth and the way he talks down to people, which is a very leftist way to do it. Like, they think they're the smartest people on the planet. And I was always taught that everybody you meet, no matter how rich or how poor, knows something you don't know. It might not be something, might not amount to anything, but they know how to make the best cup of fucking instant ramen noodles. But if you don't talk to them, you're never going to learn how they do it.
Exactly.
Maybe they know how to sustain a counter,
Yeah, that's the thing about this generation of, I got to talk over you, or my beliefs are better than your beliefs, or instead of asking why.
Right.
People are like, you're just wrong. Well, there is no absolute. The only absolute is you're going to die.
Yeah, that's it. Death and taxes, right?
Death and taxes. Yeah. And really, you don't have to pay taxes if you're a bum. So really, you can become a bum on the street, a vagrant on the street. You ain't paying no taxes.
Yeah.
You ain't got nothing, but you ain't paying no taxes.
So,
I mean, well, you are paying taxes if you bum some money and go buy something. So you are paying taxes. Mm-hmm. But yes, so really the only absolute is death.
Right.
And then you have to make the best of where you're going to go. And that's all in a belief. But to take somebody's life and then for these people to celebrate it, it's like.
So that's just sick, man. That's just sick. I'm sorry. There's not anybody, like you said, there's nobody I hate. I can't stand Jimmy Kimmel. I think that guy is
Oh, I
just.
can't stand Jimmy Kimmel.
But he's a
I don't watch
father.
him.
He's a father.
He's a father.
He
Yeah.
loves his family, and I'm like, I wouldn't wish the worst on him. I don't want him to have a TV show. I'd like to see him, off the public airways because of shit he spouts. But
Yeah, I just don't care. I make sure that he doesn't get any money from me viewing it.
100%.
That's it.
So DC Comics had artists coming out and cheering the Charlie Kirk thing, making multiple posts about it. DC came out and said, anybody, let me see if I can find the post. DC Comics.
While you're looking for the post, while the assassination had happened, they were doing on what is the deal that does everything about celebrities and stuff like TMZ.
Oh, TMZ, yeah.
So while the TMZ was going on, they were doing a broadcast about
a car chase.
Car chase. Yes. And the guy that's the host of TMZ is talking about what they're going to talk about on the next show. And then immediately as he gets the Charlie Kirk's announcement, before he says anything, you hear people cheering in the background. And now they are backtracking, trying to say, I know all these people here and nobody would cheer about the assassination of Charlie Kirk. That's just wrong. And there are so many viral people that are like, they are posting the timelines and just like, y'all are so full of shit. So full of shit.
Yeah. So as a DC writer, they just released their first comic book. It was the first one, and they've already canceled the comic book, and they fired this writer
because of it.
Yeah. At DC Comic, we place the highest value on our creators and community and affirm the right to peaceful individual expression of personal viewpoints. Posts or public comments that can be viewed as promoting hostility or violence are inconsistent with DC standards of conduct. But my question is, you got to know these people were there. Like, you're hiring these fucking savages.
Right. But at the time, you're hiring people for what they do. And
the Panthers, I guess the Panthers, Carolina Panthers posted something. The Panthers released a statement saying the views expressed by our employees are their own and do not represent that of the Carolina Panthers. We do not condone violence of any kind. We are taking this matter very seriously and have accordingly addressed it with the individual. Wow.
The thing is,
just because you can do it doesn't mean you should do it.
It's like I said, go home and talk to your wife about that shit. That's the problem.
Call your homeboy like you and I do.
If you want to vent about something,
which you and I do, we call each other and we say some pretty heinous shit about people from time to time.
Yes, but we're not going to get on here and talk about Martians like that. We just don't do that. Mm-hmm. So Martians are good people.
Yeah.
And but what I'm saying is look, I have no feelings for you people that have gone on the internet and have done some stupid shit like that. If you lose your job, fine. So you lost your job. I hope, and what's even better, I'm going to go one step better. I hope you're in a state like Oklahoma that's a hire and fire state and you can't collect unemployment.
Yeah. So Sucker Punch, you remember how I told you I'm not buying this game because this lady right here is a woke liberal activist, and I'm not going to give money to anybody that supports. Which game was that? Ghost of Yotai. It's a sequel to Ghost of Tsushima.
Yes. Right.
Well, one of their creators, right here, if standing up against fascism is what cost me my dream job I held for 10 years, it's not fascism, you fucking idiots. It's literally a Google search. It's literally a fucking Google search, bro.
Yeah. They try to say because he supported Trump, he's a fascist, and that Trump's a fascist.
So I hope the shooter's name is Mario so that Luigi knows his bros got his back. Because of the guy, Luigi shot that guy.
Right. Uh-huh.
Like, these people need to be basically called out for what they are. They're hate-filled, violent psychopaths.
Yes, they
Like,
are.
and the thing is, when you see these people celebrate, you're like, oh, it's so dark. But what you don't understand is you're at war. We're at war with those people. I don't believe there's a way to peacefully coexist with people that want to celebrate your death, man. It's like,
No.
so there has to be some comeuppance on this. There has to be, and my problem is, if it comes from the government, we're fucked, because that means more government overwatch. That's why I brought up, should the government have a hand?
Yeah. I mean, and you're definitely against government overwatch.
I am.
You are definitely
But
against it.
What if? Okay.
But what if it could save lives? I mean, it's a thing. It's a slippery slope.
No. What I was going to say is maybe, and I know there's enough. This is kind of a catalyst that is moving it forward. But what if individuals that are on social media see this shit and immediately report it, and instead of not doing anything about it, the government and agencies actually start taking notice of it? Because I think that,
but it takes somebody wanting to. I mean, it's like us minding our own business. And now something like that, I can't say that I've ever seen anything like that.
No, I haven't either. But
I can't say that I have.
Because usually by the time I see it, the issue's already long since happened. Because I don't peruse. Most of this shit happens on Blue Sky, or it happens on Kick, or it happens on Reddit. I don't do any of those. None of those. And then the thing is, now that this has happened, so like, what do you think, if anything, should the government do about this shit?
I think they're going to have to empower I really think it has to go by a state level. So like OSBI is going to have to start looking into stuff like that, because
do you think the tech companies hold any responsibility for this? Do you think the tech companies need to be calling this shit out?
If they see it, I think if they have a way of police, if they have a way of, if they are big enough that they have somebody that's looking over that, yes. But if they don't have enough people to watch everything,
Twitter, Reddit, I mean,
yes.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though, Kaz. They kicked off conservatives without so much as a fucking thank you.
Very true.
So if they can do that, they could sure as hell catch these people. They just don't want to. That's my thing. So,
but are those smaller companies big enough, like an X or a Twitter at the time, where they can go by and, like you and I don't go by and post, long live President Trump. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So like, if they don't see it at first, was he a small enough guy? Did he not have enough followers that? I don't know. Did he have any followers? Was he just posting it and nobody saw it because nobody follows him? You know what I'm saying?
No, I get that, but I'm saying, like, if you do see it, I'm using the
if example. You do see it, I think you should. If you see something like that,
like a Facebook, or you see something disturbing, I think we have to.
I think as a person, as
the world population of decent human beings, I think it's up to us, because if the government does it, we all know, and I don't care if it's the German government, the English government, the Irish government, if a government does it, it's going to be fucked up, because government never does anything as good as the individual. And I think if individuals would step up and start putting a stop to this, and I think you got to quit sitting on your hands. I think people need to stop. Because
kind of like the New York citizens were doing there for a while.
Yeah, you're in this fight whether you want it or not. There's nobody going to be left on the sidelines for this. That's my belief, because
I agree.
Seeing those people celebrate the death of a guy that just had a difference of opinion because everyone called him a name, just because it's like you and I have said about the Big Orange Man. Everyone was attacking him, so I was like, why? Like, I get it. I think he's a jackass. I don't think I've ever sat through one of his speeches because he gets on my nerves. No, I don't like the way he talks. It's the greatest, and I told him it's the greatest. It's going to be the greatest, and I'm the greatest. Fuck off.
He circles I haven't watched a lot, but every time I watch one, he'll circle back around to, well, I did. Look at what I did.
Exactly.
Every time. But I mean, I'll give him, he's learned the politics speak a little bit more,
Yeah, and so conservatives and dude, that I don't know that the Democratic Party is going to recover from this because people are seeing these videos of their constituents, their fellow Dems, celebrating the death of an innocent man. And seeing them gleefully playing songs and dancing, yay, he's dead. And I'm like, I could understand if this guy was a sexual predator.
Even then, I mean, even then, how many times have you seen somebody put to death and been like, yay? Especially if he didn't do anything to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like in Oklahoma, a state death penalty. This year alone, I think, what have we put, 4 or 5 people that are on death row? I think they've put them to death. I cannot say that I said yay one time, because I mean, did they ultimately get what they deserved? Yes, because they were sentenced to death in the state of Oklahoma. So that is what they is by judge of their peers. But I cannot say that I walked by somebody's, hey man, did you see they killed such and such? That's fucking great.
Yeah, I've never celebrated that, but there's been some people that I think deserve that for sure.
Yes,
like Jeffrey Dahmer.
I'm totally agreeing that, but it's not like
I'm not going to get popcorn and start woo fireworks. Yeah,
that's what I'm getting at. You didn't do that shit. Did those people deserve it? Yes, but
they're emotional psychos, man. That's why they act like they act, is because they live in the world of emotions. There's no logic in these people's minds. Everything is how it feels in the moment. And you can't be around those people for very long. It's exhausting. I was married to one.
Do you think that because, just like on the right, those people on the right are gonna post more stuff about Trump or this or that? Do you think those people on the left, do you think maybe it was for clicks too? Not only was it for clicks,
I think some of that, yeah. I mean, it's
because the more clicks you get, the more views you get, the more people you get paid on those websites.
So
do you think any of that could have been that? They're because, say that lady that had 614,000 followers, say all 614,000 followers agree with the stuff she says.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think she's just feeding them
because
she thinks they all?
I think it's a self. It's, of course it is. Of course, it's like, so I was watching a Geeks and Gamers. I don't watch a lot of their stuff, but I like the stuff they do about comic books and video games. But they did a thing about Charlie Kirk. So I was like, I'll see what they're saying. And the guy goes, the video is graphic, and I think everyone needs to watch it. And I don't think so.
Wow.
I saw
it.
But I think his point was, is if you think we're playing a game, you need to watch this, because this shit is real. And this is what they want to do to everybody that disagrees with them. And I kind of agree with that. I think he's right. Because we're dealing with, I don't know how many people. It's the Antifa crowd. These motherfuckers would kill every single one of you, your family, your children, your mom, your dad, your uncle, your grandpa, and they would celebrate. That's the level of inhumanity that is in these people, I believe. I don't know that there's anything you can do other than lock them up.
I watched a video of a cop talking about it, and he said the guy was 600 feet away, supposedly, 2 football fields.
That's a pro shot. That's a pro shot.
He said in his comments,
and I think it was a Mauser, so that's a really accurate rifle, bolt action.
He said, think about it. He said, how many liberal anti-gun people do you know can shoot a gun like that?
I think the guy missed. I think he was going for a headshot. That's what I think, and he didn't account for bullet drop.
Either way it went, it was a great shot. We'll never know what he was going for, unless he gets on stand and said, I was shooting for his head and missed.
I think either way it goes, televise. If they find this guy guilty, I think they should televise, and I think they should have a raffle, and somebody should get to do the same thing to him. Let him sit there in his last moments and feel the fear.
But my question is,
I know it's dark.
yeah, it's very dark. But that goes back anyway. He was like, if you think this wasn't done from higher up, you have another thing coming.
I
He said,
know
because
the
how many?
conspiracy theories. Have you seen the one about the airplane that took off 30 minutes after and it like
No,
disappeared off radar?
have you seen the one? Have you seen the one where there's two guys standing behind Charlie Kirk giving the guy sniper signals? Because
No.
no, the guy tips he grabs his hat and adjusts his hat, and he puts his hand down. Then he wipes his face, and this lady literally has she literally has a picture of signals, and this is what he's doing. He's sniper be alert or some shit like that, and this one is this, and then the guy beside him looks. He just happened to look right. I don't know if it's coincidence or what, and then grabs his arm like he had an itch and then rubs it. So that was a signal too. And she's got the house like, oh my. I was like, you people have nothing else to do but look at the crowd. The guy, oh my goodness.
So this is what I'm talking about real quick. By this is the shit that the media puts out. German state TV says Charlie Kirk said homosexuals should be stoned. A woman must submit to the man. He probably believes that, but I don't think he's like, that's his personal beliefs. He's not telling you have to. That's what he thinks a good Christian is, I guess. Blacks are taking away the positions of the whites. People must be afraid on airplanes with a black pilot. So those all look really bad, and most people aren't going to go and look it up. I don't know if that's his beliefs, but I'm saying that if I see this,
so let's just go into it.
Okay.
So he's a Christian. They don't believe in same-sex marriage. They don't believe in anything that has to do with same sex. That's just what he is. He's a Christian. That's what it is. So you could say that he believes they shouldn't have sex with cows.
Guess what?
Should have sex with goats.
So does he's a Christian. So does
exactly. But you don't see him talk about Islamics like that.
No.
But what I'm saying is, anybody could say that about him. Well, he said this or he said that. I've not watched enough of his videos to say that he said anything about black people. All I know is, like, when he got shot, person.
Charlie Kirk is not Nick Fuentes. Go watch. You want to see somebody that's picking the fight? Go see Nick. Go look at his fucking videos. He says all that shit and more.
Yes. In that right before he gets shot, the guy asked him about
gang violence.
No, he said mass shootings. And then Charlie Kirk says, does that include gang violence? And then he gets shot. So he was going to speak facts to this guy.
Yeah.
It wasn't anything else. So
here's the post. Shortly after Charlie Kirk was taken out, a private jet with the tail number, whatever, took off from an airfield just 12 minutes away, disappeared from radar, later reappeared on course back to its original destination, which was a third world nation, I believe. So that's highly illegal to drop off radar, by the way. That is like FFA. That's like...
Yeah.
So that's out there. There was one guy that said he believes it was Israel because apparently this Kirk guy had a really big problem with
Jewish people.
He didn't support Zionism. I think the Jews got enough problems on their hands right now that one Christian dude, you know what I mean? Like they're embroiled in a war and their country is on the brink of civil war. Is what I've heard. So it's like Netanyahu's just trying to hold his shit together right now while being attacked by everybody in the Middle East. I think they got a little bit bigger problem than killing a Christian conservative talking to kids on college campuses. Yeah, you know what I mean?
So.
I would think so.
I would think so.
So to finish this off, what do you think? What do you think changes? What do you think going forward? Do you think everything just goes back to what it was? Do you think the government, like, what do you think happens after this? Because this thing was way bigger than I would have thought it was. Because I didn't know he was as big as what it was. I didn't know he was as popular.
I kind of knew he was this popular, but it's kind of like. I don't know how it goes back. I don't know how you I mean, how do you recover from something like this to that they're making it such a public thing?
Yeah. It's
Because they're
crazy because
making it more public than it probably should be. Because he's not the vice president, or he's not a assassination on the what senators in Minnesota
oh yeah.
earlier
Yeah.
this year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he was known. So when you're well known, it's like, and you happen to be a friend of the president and things like that. It's gonna be. I mean, the president came out and talked about him being killed that same day. So that he had a news conference about it. So I don't know if you can recover from that. I don't.
And do you think it's a gun issue? Because that's what the
Oh,
Democrats have immediate.
It's never a gun issue.
So I've got a solution. You want to hear it? It's fucking hilarious, by the way. Sorry, I'm cussing a lot. This shit is just dark. So what Trump should come out and say is, if you're a registered Democrat, you support LGBTQ, you are no longer allowed to own a firearm. You waive the right to your Second Amendment. Okay. Think about this. Now you've got diehard Democrats arguing for the right to have and bear arms. Their heads will explode, sir.
Oh yes.
Just to cause.
He's trying to take our Second Amendment rights away. No,
that was a joke, by the way. But
yeah. It's not a gun thing. It's not a.
It's a mental illness thing. It legit is a mental illness thing.
Well, I mean.
And the thing is, if you ban a gun, you've seen this time and again, they use a knife. If they don't have a knife, they use a car. If they don't have a car, they use a brick, a stick, a stone. These people are unwell. And until you start to fucking address the elephant in the room, the weapons are regardless. There's countries that have guns just like we do, but you never hear about it. Italy has guns, and I know they have different laws. I mean, there's certain Scandinavian countries that have, everyone's got a rifle. So it's like, it's not the gun that's the problem. It's the sickness that's running rampant in our country.
Look at the Middle East. I think once you turn 14, isn't it a thing to where you get an AK-47?
I do not know. Yeah, I
do believe so. Every home has AK-47s in it. So I don't think it's a gun problem. I think it is definitely a social media issue.
What's crazy is this got more airtime than any school shooting. I have to look that up. I didn't even know there was a school shooting.
Did you know there was a school shooting same day? Yeah, no, there was a school shooting in Colorado. Same day.
Really?
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up. Oh yeah, Colorado High School.
Was it another trans?
No, it was well, they're not. They have not. I saw somebody post a picture of who they think did it, but it when I clicked on it, it wanted me to pay.
Here we go. For Evergreen High School.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yep.
Teenage male shooter at Evergreen High School in the Colorado foothills, Denver metro area, identified as 16-year-old Desmond Hawley. He wounded 2 students before fatally shooting himself. That sounds like he was after those 2.
Yeah, there's no. I think it said 3 were shot. What I saw.
He was armed with a revolver, reloading multiple times. This is a case where I think
that's him.
If somebody gets to these kids before this shit happens, you could stop a lot of this, but we don't care. Americans just don't care anymore. You notice that?
Well,
we're cold now as a country. We are cold, hard people now. People don't give a shit about you. And
it's a home thing too. You know, your parents are working so much, they're not home because they have to work so much. You know, you don't know where he got the gun from because, I mean, if you can buy drugs at a high school, you could probably buy a gun at a high school.
Hell yeah, dude! I've been around guns my whole life, and I was bullied a lot. I never once thought about taking a gun to school. I did.
Beating somebody with a baseball bat. There's a story. I thought about that a couple times.
I did bring a hammer because a big guy was trying to bully me, and I was like, he's way bigger than me. I'm going to hit him in his kneecap. I did bring a hammer because then I kept it in my backpack because I was like, if he jumps me, I'm at least going to hit him in his knees. I never thought about hitting him in his head, but
yeah.
But I never thought about getting one of my dad's guns and it's just never.
No, we thought if you had a problem with somebody, you fought it. You fought about it, or you just didn't do anything,
or you laid there and bleed.
Yeah, that was it. But yeah, no, I saw this. I didn't even know this happened until beginning of the show. Yeah, I didn't know. I never saw it. I never saw it come across any social media. And I get alerts from all the major news, CNN, Fox.
Here's what's crazy.
I have their alerts on.
Well, here's the problem that I think a lot of these left-leaning people don't understand is that and I see their point. They're like, well, America has shoved their way of life down our throats my whole life, right? Well, it's the majority, number one. So that's just how this republic works, is the majority kind of dictates it. But there's a place for you and your stuff. It's over here. But they have been shoving this shit not just down our throats. They've been taking over women's spaces, which part of me thinks is hilarious because women allowed this shit to happen because they voted for a lot of the policies that allowed this sickness to take place because they don't want to listen.
Demasculating men. And-
Yep. And then, you've got the whole whore epidemic where they're, running around acting like they're all that and have OnlyFans and then like saying, well, I want a traditional man. Okay. It's like it's a societal sickness. It's not like one rule, one law isn't going to fix this. But the thing is they shove their ideology down everyone's throats. There is nothing in this world that makes people, especially Americans, I don't know how other countries do it, but if you try to force an American, a red-blooded American person, to do what you want,
do something.
Oh, yeah. You're going to get pushback. You're going to get attitude. You're going to get. They might act like they're going to play along, but they're going to be just F you the entire time.
Oh yeah, look at COVID when they told them they couldn't travel. Oh, those people were losing their minds.
Well, I didn't take the shot. They were like, I was like, I guess I'll lose my job.
No, when Trump was trying to close the borders.
Oh yeah.
He was getting pushback from, and then
Biden gets in and they close the fucking borders. But
yeah, they were pushing back. I could do whatever I want.
But see, this has caused this conflict, and I think that's why Charlie Kirk was killed, was because he was trying to heal the divide. Because without him, I've seen Republicans like, well, it's on now. You wanted to fight? And I'm like, no, we don't. We don't need to fight. We just need to follow the rule of law. And those people need to be held accountable. The people that do that, and I think they are, they're getting fired. They're getting in trouble. It's like, that's the problem with freedom of speech. And now the Republicans are starting to sound like the left that they're trying to defeat. It's like you can't defeat the Sith by joining the Sith because you become the Sith. So it's like I saw so many Republicans and Charlie Kirk fans on X basically going, well, now we're going to fight. And a lot of guys are like, you killed the only one of us that wanted to talk with you. And it's like, I just don't know how you fix it. I don't know how you fix it. And now CNN came out, or MSNBC, and said, are we headed for a civil war? So like they're pushing this shit. They're pushing people. Yeah. They need to be held accountable.
You're right.
They need to be like everybody after this. We need to come together. We need to stop. We need to quit. And they need to ridicule those savages on the left that are celebrating. And they need to chastise the right. Did you see? So they had a wake. Sorry. I know I'm rambling.
You are.
They had this wake for Charlie, and this guy rolled in a bike, and they pulled him off his bike because he was protesting, and they whooped the shit out of that guy.
Oh, good.
That's what's going to start happening, and it's going to escalate.
It is. Well, we've been talking about. Well, did you see that the Polish Parliament held a moment of silence?
Good. Well, they tried to in the
for
United
Charlie Kirk.
States,
For Charlie Kirk.
and people were saying no. I'm like, fuck you, people, man. I would do that for Joe Biden. I'd do it for AOC, even Nancy Pelosi. I would.
As much as we've talked about them, we've never wished ill on them.
No, they're just bad at what they do. Well, they're probably really good at what they do, but they're bad for the country. All right, I'm done. I just
so on a good note, I did watch a movie.
What'd you watch?
Working Man, Jason Statham.
I started that, and it has that the dude from The Martian, the Hispanic actor. What is his name? Pena.
I'm not sure. Let me see.
Yeah, I can't ever remember his name.
Well, it's got Jason Fleming as you'll know him.
Oh, you say I will. Oh, yeah.
Oh, Michael Pena. Yes, Michael Pena. I like him.
Yeah, he was he was the dad.
Yes. Also David Harbour from Stranger Things. He was the Santa Claus. The Santa Claus movie. Yeah.
No, he's the one that shot the arrow at Jason Statham, right?
Yes.
That's where I stopped because I was like, oh, this is a color by number movie. What'd you think?
It's a good movie. It's worth the watch. I mean, it's nothing great. It's not a barn burner by any means. It's Jason Statham movie. It's a conspiracy thriller, and it was not, because I do believe this is the same person. Let's see, David Ayers, the director, Beekeeper.
Oh, that movie was awful.
I didn't like The Beekeeper. I thought it was too over the top. Like, not what? Yep, same guy directed it. And my mom actually went and saw it, and she liked The Beekeeper, but she liked this better. Especially after I told her, one guy goes in with remember Beekeeper? He 10 or 12 operatives. They were like Green Berets, and one guy can kill all 10 or 12 of those guys. That's a little more far fetched. I mean, I know
he directed Fury. I like that movie.
Yes, the tank movie, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Oh, he did End of Watch. It was different, but he was a writer in the Suicide Squad. But so he redeemed himself. This was a better movie. It's worth the watch to me.
My favorite movie that he did is Bright. I love that movie. With Will Smith. It's where the first orc police gets on the LAPD.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
I wanted to see more of that. I was
hoping for a sequel to that.
Yeah.
To see how it went on. That was a good movie. I enjoyed that one.
I did too. Edgar Ramirez as the elf. He's such a pretty man. He is, man. Did you see Nepal burnt their parliament down?
Yeah, they took one of the big and they took his clothes off and threw him in the river. Did you see that? They took his clothes off and threw one of the parliament members and took his clothes off and threw him in a river. I was like, well, I guess they're tired of y'all shit. I saw that.
I guess.
But I will say this though. So it's football season.
Foosball. Mama says I am not allowed to watch the foosball.
You were not allowed on the internet, by the way. Some of that shit you sent me, by the way. We're not going to talk about it. But I got to watch the football last weekend. My 49ers won. Then we lost our quarterback. He got hurt. He's going to be out for a couple weeks. But I will say this. I did get to watch a little OU football. And OU looks pretty good this year. I could see them. You're not gonna. It's on the internet, so it's out there. But OU looked pretty good this weekend. My buddy.
They're what division are Big 12?
They're in the SEC now.
Oh, that's right. They're playing with the big guys. Okay.
Yeah. They're playing with the big boys. So I don't know who they play this week. But they picking up having a quarterback and an offensive coordinator helps. and not having as many injuries because they had a lot of injuries last year.
Who's the head coach of OU?
Brett Venables.
That sounds familiar. Was he a coach?
Yeah, he was the defensive coordinator back in the day, and then went to Clemson and won a couple national titles at Clemson.
No shit.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. He was a very highly sought after coach and stayed their defensive coordinator probably longer than he should have because he was wanted a lot.
Man, if I was good at, like, say, defensive coordinator, my God, just leave me alone. Let me do what I'm good at. I think there's just, like, why would you want to be a head coach if you're just fucking killing it and winning?
Especially if you're making
millions,
$3 million, $5 million a year, and all you got to worry about is the defense.
And you're not getting yelled at press conferences because you decided to take a timeout.
yes, I agree. Oklahoma plays Temple this week, so they're both 2-0.
Temple is that the one at the split? Is that
in
college?
Philly? They're in Philly.
Oh, what's that college that the 35W splits 35E?
Oh, that's University of North Texas.
Oh, okay.
North Texas, the green machine. Yeah.
Isn't there a college in Waco too?
Waco is that where Baylor is?
I don't know.
I think that's where Baylor is. I'm not for sure. Baylor's down south somewhere. So is Baylor in Waco? But yeah.
Just this is what I sent to Kaz, just so you know. He's coming down his face. Coming right down their throats. Tyrell Williams. He needs two thrusts.
He punched it in. Yeah, you're terrible. That's why I said you're not allowed on the internet.
Well, I can't help it if I think football is homosexual. There's nothing wrong with that, Kaz.
Yeah, Baylor University is in Waco.
Okay.
I'm trying to avoid your crap.
Somebody said, because of these videos, I can't watch a game without chuckling multiple times over the announcer's verbiage. You know they do it on purpose. 2 to 3 hour games every week has to become boring over time. Yeah.
That's why for the NFL, and some people don't understand it, but the red zone is the best thing ever invented.
No, you were talking about that, where it has multiple cameras.
Yes, so basically they only show you who's in the red zone. Now, if it just first starts off, you'll have, like last weekend was opening weekend, so we had 8 screens. There was 8 screens up, and they showed 8 kickoffs. But then as it's going, if you have 2 teams that are in the red zone, you'll only have 2 screens up. So you're not having to watch a whole entire Dallas Cowboys game that you care nothing about. Because that's where you are. So you're getting to watch all the scores.
What's it on? What's red zone?
You gotta pay. You gotta pay for it. You gotta pay for it.
Oh, okay.
But it's only $80 for a whole year, so I get 17 weeks of all the good games, plus playoffs.
I mean, if you like that stuff, yeah.
If you like it, but see, because we play fantasy football, we're wanting to see more. We have a vested interest in more teams than we do just like Devin is, like my son is a Patriots fan, unfortunately. And
if I was still in football, I'd want that too. I did. Yeah. I really enjoyed it. I started this job 14 years ago, and I started on Sundays, overnight, Sunday night. So I quit watching, and then it goes by, and I've had the same schedule for 14 years. So it's like and all you can get in Oklahoma is the Dallas Cowboys, and their announcers and their team are just the most arrogant POSs on the face of the earth. Preseason, if you ever want to know, just find a Dallas station you can listen to.
Who's going to win the Super Bowl?
Dallas. Dallas is going to win the Super Bowl. They're going to go 42-0, even though there's only 16 games. They're going to go 42-0. They're going to lead every stat. And then they get the first game, they get the shit kicked out of them. And they're like, it's only one game. We can still win out. And they just like, it's so unrealistic. I don't know. Are Houston Texans, are their fans the same way?
I don't know because I don't get to hear any Houston Texas rhetoric.
I always liked them. Didn't JJ Watts used to play for them?
Yes, he did. Yes, he
He
did.
was pretty good. I used to do that. I was telling my son that how I got into all the sports was via video games.
I was gonna say following some chick.
Well, that got me to pay attention and start to learn.
Yeah.
But if you're not familiar with a sport, like, gentlemen, if you find a girl who's really into hockey and you're like, well, I like ballet, so you don't know anything about hockey, go get an NHL game and just play a season. I promise you, by the end of it, you're going to be like, oh, okay, and I'm starting to get it.
That is one sport I would if we had a pro hockey team, I would actually try to go watch, because I actually enjoy watching hockey. That when I'm there, I've never tried to watch it on TV.
Yeah.
Because I don't understand all the calls or everything like that, but I do enjoy watching hockey.
So my middle daughter is a hockey fan. I forget what team she likes. But she has a shirt she wears that says "Real men wear skates." I love that kid, because I told her, I was like, you want to talk about real athletes? Those hockey dudes are balancing on two steel little blades, skating at 80 miles an hour, getting in fist fights. I'm like, that is about as manly a sport as you can get. Hockey is just something else.
And you get a finger cut off from a skate.
And most of them don't have teeth.
Yeah. Teeth. Yeah.
Anyway, well, all right. Well,
that's all I got.
That's all I got. I was going to tell you I watched something else, but I can't. Oh, I started watching Fairy Tale anime.
Oh, yeah. It's supposed to be pretty good.
Dude, it is just like One Piece. It's like a group. It's got one main guy, but he's part of this group, the Fairy Tale, I think, clan, whatever, of magic people. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I just been looking for something, so I started watching Kaiju, and my alarm went off. I'm at the battle with they just killed the big monster, and he started growing, and now he's a giant. And the little dude with squinted eyes is like, I'm overpowered. I'm going to die. So
you're still in first season?
Still in the first season, episode 10. Episode 10. Now my son, Golem, he was telling me that the voice actings and the sound quality of this second season has some missing beats. He says it's kind of off, so just be aware of that.
I'm not sure. I'm all caught up on it, so I didn't.
Yeah, he said it was kind of off-putting for him, but I haven't gotten there, so I don't know. I'll give you an update on that.
And I will give y'all an update on the Demon Slayer movie next week.
Oh, okay. Okay.
The Infinity Castle is the movie that's out.
So
that's the arc we're in, is the Infinity Castle.
Infinity Castle, okay.
Yes. So the arc before that was the let's see. The arc before that was what is their bosses called? What are the big boss? The big
I couldn't tell you.
The ones that are like not the bosses.
Senpai?
No.
Yeah, I can't tell you. I haven't watched Demon Slayer in so long.
Yeah, so that's what I got going on. And football on Sunday. Boys are actually coming over again, and you can take that off the stream.
It's off. It's off.
No, it's not. I see her.
I'm looking here.
Out here minding my own business.
The hand demon. It's the 12 Kazuki.
Yes, I believe so.
I don't know, but so yeah, that Ghost of Yotai, I watched a trailer for it. I was like, I might watch it. And then they came out saying that it's all a bunch of wokies. And I went, well, I'm saving $70. I'll just buy another Asian game, because the Falling Feathers released and I forgot it was on there. So I'm going to get that Feathers game. Hold on, I'll show you. Wu Chang.
Okay, yes.
This game looks pretty cool. They said it's a little harder than the monkey game, which I can never remember the name of. Black Myth Wukong.
Black Myth Wukong.
So I'm gonna get.
Still haven't put that out on Xbox yet.
That they did do Helldivers, and it plays great. Oh, dude, some of those Helldivers moments, They're just you just have to be in it. I was rocking a spear, which is it's basically the weapon Ukrainians are using to blow up Russian tanks. It's basically what I'm using. And I'm like, because you're always trying to find something that just helps you be part of the team. And so they just released the Halo Battle Pass, which is ODST. So you can actually get, I think it's medium armor ODST. You get the pistol, the shotgun, and the machine gun that has the numbers. When you're holding it, you can read how many's in the mag. Okay. From Halo. I don't know if you ever played Halo, but
yes.
Yeah, you get that, and then there's some skins. But then they just released a new one. They have an AK that does fire damage. Oh, it's my main gun right now. And so what's funny is I never use my guns in full auto. I've never done it. And my buddy Chew is like, they nerfed the gun. I said, it seems to be fine to me. He goes, well, it's not shooting as fast. He goes, go ahead, you take these enemies, and then I'm doing it. He's like, well, your gun sounds fast. He's like, listen to mine. And I go, well, I'm shooting it in semi-auto. And he just turns around and shoots me in the head. He goes, see how you like that? I was just like, that was hateful, sir. That was hateful. He goes, well, it worked, didn't it? So you get moments. That shit.
That's fun.
And we were playing on Helldive last night, which is like the last level is Super Helldive. So we're like at the second to last level. Oh my God. It was just chaos, sir. It was so bad when the extract ship landed. The enemy was all around us just lobbing grenades. I ended up getting blown up and thrown into the aircraft. They were like, how did you get in there? It's like, I got blown in by a grenade. So, all right. That's going to do it for this episode of the Odd Times podcast.
Yep.
Next week, we'll be doing this again. So we thank you guys for...
Same bat time, same bat channel.
Yep.
But
fried peas and elk teeth, as Kaz always says.
Yes, elk teeth, my ass. So if you liked it, let us know. Hit us up on the X. It's Odd Times Podcast. You can send us an email, oddtimespodcast@yahoo.com. Hit us up on the good old TikTok. We're on the gram. You can send me a message on the gram. If you don't have anything else, it will alert me. I'm not as active on the gram. And they can find you in a couple places. One on the X somewhere.
Odd Times Podcast. They can find me on the X at Odd Mac Guy on Twitter. And they could find me on Twitch. Same Odd Guy Mac or something like that on Twitch. I've been streaming on Twitch a little bit, so it's been good. So if you want to come, I do whatever I'm playing. So I stream some Helldivers. I streamed Remnant. Usually playing with people. So come by and say hi. Until then, we'll see you next week, guys.
See y'all later, y'all. Y'all be good.